Okay, we've got some more BMW stuff. Okay, so I've had a little look about inside. I really wanted to avoid going to a 20 weight. This is quite a thin metal sheet tube, and what happens is you'll get so much pressure underneath. The seal block's locked in. This body will actually go wah, and then ping back in. I mean, we're talking 1/10 of a millimetre, so don't go looking for it, but it's enough to let the oil bypass the piston. However, I've just took the internal controls out. What you basically have, up in the centre of this rod, you've got a long needle with a sharp point, okay? This needle is controlled by this screw down here. This is your damping control screw that we all know and love. What this damping control screw does is it moves this needle up and down. It doesn't move it as much as this, but you know, I'm doing this for to show you, okay? Now what this needle does, this needle goes into, it's going into a hole that's set in the rod, like this, right? But the hole is smaller than the needle. This is how we control our damping. Now, with the needle fully home, that bypass hole is completely closed. And the problem that was with this shock is this bypass hole badly damaged. Again, it's a soft material, it's not like a case hardened material. So I have a really long milling tool. Well, it's more like a really long series drill that I've ground flat and then abraded the end, and it's brilliant. I can put it all the way up in the rod, get it to the damping seat, and then I can clean that seat up, and that's what I've done. Now, under the normal course of things, I never take these rods off. The only time we'll do that, if we're doing a new rod, not a rechrome, we're actually manufacturing a rod, then we will change that over and we'll put a different one in there. But now, I mean, this is now softest damping. The difference is so much. Oh, bloody hell! So this is now its softest damping. Yes, it's got a Schrader valve on, because remember the whole thing about I have to gas it to test it, but I can't test it if it's constructed, right? That's our softest. Now watch when remember the drag bike shock I done, the Suzuki one, which by the way worked fantastic at the weekend. The only thing is, what Colin's finding now is it locks the bike down so low, he's got to cut the bottom of his sump pan off. Right, so this is now fully locked. That's some good damping, boy. Right. I can't get it any more than that. Not without a price to pay. The fluid that's underneath, it's got to get past that piston, and the only way I can get past is to go through this rod or through the shim stacks. But I mean, that damping is fantastic, man. I don't want to play with this anymore, so I'm going to end up stressing the thing out. I just try to contact Mike. I've sent him an email saying, look, this is my last chance. It's Saturday, it's the last chance I'm going to have to do this, so I want to get this in the post on Monday. Do you want me to ramp it up? But man, this damping is fantastic. I actually think it's a bit too much on the compression. So I couldn't pull that to its total length. I can lift my own body weight, and I'm over 14-15 stone and 25. Man, that's really good. But so the problem is, he lives up in the Highlands, and I want to stay away from this whole. It's much nicer to have the bike here. It wouldn't be so bad if I had another GS here, but all my buds are away. And then what I could do is pop one of their GS's on the bench, because I built their bikes, so they're all quick release. It takes me about 10 minutes to take the shock in and out of their bike. Actually, I might put a new bump stop on there. Anyway, make sure that fits in. Yeah, I'm gonna machine this bump stop down. I'm gonna put a new bump stop in there while I'm at it. Might as well. So yes, it's been a little shit, this one, but you see the damping there is fantastic, man. And I don't want to ramp that damping up anymore, because I don't want these walls to go. Warp. It's this one. This is the unknown. I'd love to know what the rating on this is, but if I send this to Faulkner, I've got to pay for it, and I know Mike won't want to pay for that, and I don't want to upset him anymore, poor bastard. He's had a hard time of it. So I'm going to get this reassembled now, bang a new bump stop in there, and hopefully, fingers crossed, this should be the last time. Anyway, lads, I'll catch you later. Let us.